Hello. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Blaholza, good to see you. Mousimus, hello, hello. Yes, here we are. It's going to be a combo stream tonight, which is awesome. Dan is back from work that he had to do out of town, so hopefully he can talk to us a little bit about that. Always time for tea, good to see you. Jim Makes Games, good to see you as well. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Hybrid Hazard, good to see you as well. Hybrid Hazard is a fellow Twitch streamer, as well as Jim Makes Games, so I'm just going to do a couple shout outs for the both of you, because you're awesome. I think, is that how that works? Yes, okay. It's like a new stream every week. Jim Makes Games is a fellow game dev who knows a lot more about coding than I do. Making all kinds of awesome things. So check out Jim Makes Games, check out Hybrid Hazard, who is a variety retro streamer. I guess I could call you a Hybrid Hazard. 32-bit Kid, good to see you as well. Awesome. Albionium, good to see you as well. Welcome back. It's nice to see people come in, friendly faces, familiar faces. Tonight is a combo stream. Dan will be joining us around 9:30 to finish up. We're going to finish up the Ragtime Loop that unfortunately did not make it into the most recent version of the demo that's available currently all over the place, like itch.io and Steam. But on the plus side, I did get some feedback, and just seeing one of you in chat here reminded me I got some really good feedback about the demo. So I think I'm going to have to make a few like small improvements and fixes potentially, and then might be re-releasing a new version of the demo sooner rather than later. And hopefully I can include not just the piece we're working on tonight, but the Ragtime Loop that Dan didn't get to finish before the other time I uploaded a demo. That's a really awkward way to say it, but that's how it is. So hopefully we can finish it off tonight. Ronald Dragster, good to see you. Good to see you. Wonderful. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to do a quick dev update, and then obviously some cool news stuff happened, so I can talk about that stuff too. But yeah, quick dev update. Chapter 5 development continues. Chapter 5 is separated into 3 sections. Each of those sections is divided into, well, I don't know. The first section that I'm currently working on of 3 for Chapter 5 is separated into 3 of its own subsections, and I'm currently working still on the first of 3 subsections of the first of 3 subsections of Chapter 5. Artistic Ulysses, hey, good to see you. Yes, new stuff. It is so fun, 32-bit Kid, to be working on new stuff. It just reminds me, though, how involved that is, because just making stuff, I realize, oh, well, I have to do this and I have to do that, and then I have to make that happen and this happen, and all sorts of weird parts that I kind of don't appreciate when I first put the doc together for Chapter 5. Like the detailed doc, I thought it was a detailed doc for Chapter 5. And then as I'm building it, I realized that there's even more tiny detail and nitty-gritty stuff that has to get done. Yes. Dual Names, yes, this is Crimson Tuesday. Indeed, welcome back, Dual Names, fellow AGS developer. Is it Christmas? It's not Christmas yet. Christmas in January. Dual Names, of course, is the developer of Strangeland and Primordia, which is awesome. People who know way more about coding than I do, speaking of Jim Makes Games, too. But yeah, so Chapter 5 development is going, it's progressing. I feel like I'm getting a lot done with it, but then there's just so much to do that it's, just being on the first of three subsections. But it's still, it's good. It's good to be working on new stuff, for sure. Oh my gosh, January, you're right, it's not January anymore. Deluxe Tux, good to see you. Goemon-sama, good to see you as well. That self-portrait Goemon-sama on Twitter is fantastic. It might be my favorite thing I've seen you do. It's just amazing. And I also want to know what kind of brush pen you use, Goemon-sama. Because I actually dug out one of my brush pens, because there's someone else I follow on Twitter that uses brush pens, who does awesome work, and I noticed that they're using the same brush pen as I have, so I kind of dug it out. Yeah, it's not January anymore, it is February, and that's appalling to me. Okay, yeah, so that's that. I'm going to introduce myself really quickly. Hi, I'm Julia Minamata. I'm the game developer behind the Crimson Diamond, and I stream game development, art game development, and sometimes music development. Tonight will also be a music stream with Dan Polakar, and he also did music for Empire of Sin by Romero Games, which is awesome. John and Brenda Romero are legendary game developers, and yeah, so he's working on. We'll do some music tonight. And yeah, I've been working on this game. It is a text parser mystery adventure game. I'm going to run the trailer really quick, and then I'm going to tell you guys about the cool news that this past just today a podcast episode that I was a guest on came out, and so that was a lot of fun. And another media piece, like an article on a gaming site, came out like late last week. So I can just mention that, and I have links and stuff. So I'm going to run the trailer first, and so yeah, this is an adventure game kind of made in the same style as stuff from 1989, 1990 kind of era, but hopefully plays a little better, a bit smoother, and not as challenging, I'm hoping. Although I've heard from feedback and people do get stuck, but hopefully not as stuck as those old games, because hopefully you can't soft lock yourself, and you can't you can't really get stuck totally. But yeah, so I'm gonna run the trailer, and I will share new stuff. I'm going to turn the music off, and here comes trailer, and yeah, and then Photoshop after. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. All right, so yeah, that is the trailer, and yeah, as Jim Makes Games says, old adventure games as we remember them, not how they were. And I think that's the main thing for sure. Goemon Sama says the brush pen I use is a Pentel Pocket brush pen, but most of the line art is done with Q pen and Crow Quill dip pens. I used to use like these zebra nibs, like they were dip pens as well. So that you have a lot of admiration, because those things I like them a lot too, but I ended up I used them for my watercolor cat cards. I used to use these zebra nibs, but I just transitioned to just using a brush with a fine line, because the nibs on watercolor paper, it gets a little scratchy, and yeah, I think I was tired of buying them. But yeah, nice to know. I like to know what people use. Deluxe Tech says, as a genre newbie, some of the classics have gameplay that holds up. For others, it's a stretch, definitely. Beneath a Steel Sky is as good as it ever was. Yes, Beneath a Steel Sky is really good, and it's free on GOG. Yes, so that's that. Yeah, so there are some fun bits of news. First bit of news is last week. Hey, Ophir, good to see you. First bit of news is last week there was a Greek gaming news site called Joystick, and I have, oh, there it is. Did an interview with me, like an email interview. The email interview was so it's in Greek on the site, although I did ask the interviewer if I could post the English version on my website, because yes, I don't speak Greek and can't read it either, so the questions that he gave me were in English, and I answered them in English, and then he translated them into Greek for me. Oh, dual names. You're Greek and you love Joystick. Fantastic. Yeah, so that was so I just that article just came out, I think. Oh my goodness. Was it last week potentially? Evil Tentacle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yes, it's all Greek to you, Jim Makes Games. Yeah, so Goemon-sama, you know about using it. When you've got a paper with a tooth, using a nib can be challenging, and I think I got sick of fighting it. But yes, joystick. That was really awesome that I got to do that. And he asked some really interesting questions that I don't think I've answered before, potentially. So yeah, check it out. The English version I put up on the crimsondiamond.com. There is a high contrast and higher visibility version that you can click on that's got like larger type that's black on white background. Although the standard version that's on the site, the default is black background and like red type. Although I know that's hard for people to read, so I've also made an easier to read version for people who would appreciate that. Sir Brittle, hello, welcome to chat, welcome to stream. Happy Crimson Tuesday. El Capitan West, thank you for the follow. Awesome, thank you. Yes. Good evening, Bill Coon. Ah, you hopped over here from watching her Crabbiness playing the Colonel's Bequest on YouTube. I love her Crabbiness's Colonel's Bequest Let's Play. It's one of my favorites. She was one of the original Let's Players that I watched, and that is why Nessa Crab is called Nessa Crab. It's a little tribute to her because she was wonderful, and she did some really good playthroughs. I think she's a natural Let's Player. So I'm kind of sad that she doesn't do that anymore, but I can understand if she was done with doing it. But I'm glad she kept her channel up. Lucas, howdy, good to see you. Yeah, so. Yeah, always time for tea. A lot of the characters in the game have that kind of a connection. Just because it's just like an affectionate thing. It's just because I really appreciate the stuff she was putting out. So the second piece of kind of news that came out today is this one. I was on a podcast. I was on talking to women about video games, which is hosted by Jonathan and Tanya. Jonathan is a writer for Destructoid, and he's been in the industry for a while. And their podcast is a lot of fun. And he said that Tanya is a really big fan of Quest for Glory 1, and she said to him, did I write it down? Something about how if someone made a game like this nowadays, they would make so much money or something. And he showed her my game, and apparently she freaked out. So I got to be on Talking to Women About Video Games podcast, which came out today, the episode. Although, so Jonathan Holmes was interviewing me, and we kind of just talked and talked and talked, like way longer than we were both expecting. And so I'm actually going to be on 2 episodes of Talking to Women About Video Games. I'm going to be in this episode and then the following episode for the month. So it was a lot of fun to talk to him. And yeah, we talked about how the Crimson Diamond came to be, and thanks for the resub. The Looks Talk's fantastic. Thank you. Nice that people are organically sharing the game like that. 100%. 100%. It's a fun. I haven't finished listening to the whole episode. There's another guest that's on before me, and so I'm a little bit later on in the episode. So I was listening to it before streaming, but I didn't get to finish the whole thing. But it was a great conversation, and it was one of my favorite. I think it's one of my favorite podcast episodes I've been on, if not my favorite. He's a really like a natural conversationalist. So that was a lot of fun. Yes, Artistic Ulysses. I recommend everyone check out the podcast. You can follow Jonathan on Twitter at nontrotsky. And also, if you follow their podcast, it's on Apple, it's on SoundCloud, it's in a bunch of other places you usually find podcasts. You can subscribe. They've got a lot of energy. They're super positive, which I really appreciated when I was listening to episodes ahead of time just to see what the podcast was going to be like. I'm like, these people are having a lot of fun, and I was glad to have fun with them too. So that was the other fun thing. Also, one more thing before we get into Photoshop. What time is it? 8:16. We're doing really great. I also talk really fast. I noticed that on the podcast with Jonathan is I talk really fast, but hopefully clearly. I think it sounds okay. But before we get to, I'm gonna turn off the chroma key for a second. Before we get to Photoshop, which is what we're gonna do until Dan is ready to come on. I've got this lady. Speaking of her crabbiness, speaking of Nessa Crab, here is my Nessa Crab cross stitch. It's coming along pretty well, I think. Although I have to say, I think the light gray is too similar to the white that I have. So I've been trying to change. Actually, her earring right now is I've made the light gray a bit darker, and then I have to replace the rest of this light gray because otherwise it's just The colors beside each other are too similar. I'm glad you guys like. Yeah, so I always like to show all the other ones on here. These are all kind of color explorations. Like these two Nancys, they don't have the right color combinations for the bright red and the dark red, but Margot and and Nessa Crab they do. So those are the colors I've decided on for the flesh colors. There. And yeah, Nessa has caused me to realize that I still have a little bit of work to do when it comes to picking out my embroidery thread colors. I'm nearly there, but there's still a few things that need to get done. So. Oh, Kakalakola, good to see you. Oh, Jim Matt, I'm glad you think they look amazing. They're so much fun to do. Yeah, pixel art and cross stitch really go well together, except the color thing. The color thing's driving me just a little bit nuts, but it's gonna be okay. I'm getting closer, very close. Galileo, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Welcome back. Okay, we're gonna get into Photoshop. Always time for tea asks, is Margot from France or Quebec? Yes, Margot is from Quebec. She is French Canadian. So that's just a note for anyone who's going to be streaming. Get out your best French Canadian accents. And I love the French Canadian accent. I think it's really, really nice to listen to. So I guess in that way, it's my way to get to hear more of it. Okay, I think that is all the news I have for now. I think so. Yes. Oh yeah, and one last thing. Cosmic 43, great to see you. Welcome back. It's good to see Cosmic 43. Cosmic 43, of course, is the Blood Nova Kickstarter is got I think 10 days left. I think I saw on Twitter today that there were 10 days left on it, and there are some stretch goals that are really cool. So definitely back Blood Nova if you can, and Cosmic 43 if you want to put the link in chat, please do. 9 days now. 9 days. Gotcha. And I did listen. Cosmic 43 did a podcast. Speaking of podcasts, Cosmic 43 did a podcast. Him and David Seaman did a podcast interview, so I checked that out as well, and it was good. It was good. So don't worry about you thinking like you mumbled or anything. No, it was very good. So good on you for getting it. Oh, Lucas says Margot is a very good French Canadian name. I knew someone named Margot growing up, daughter of my French teacher in high school, babysat her and her siblings. I'm really glad to know that Margot was a really good French Canadian name. Part of the reason I named her Margot was after kind of Margot Kidder, I guess, because that's kind of I think Margot Kidder is Canadian, and I just like the name Margot, and I wanted a French Canadian lady in there. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you for Cosmic 43. That's the podcast link. Oh, not yeah. Sorry, the Kickstarter link. Yes, Galileo, your family in Montreal French Canadian accent is so different. And also, always time for tea from Montreal, but English as well. Montreal is a gorgeous city. I love Montreal. And she was indeed Canadian. Oh, you're in France right now, Galileo. Awesome. I've never been. Paris is definitely on my list of places that I need to go to. I haven't been to a lot of places just in general. I got to go to London, England for Adventure X. But that's pretty much it in Europe. I haven't really been to any other European countries. Oh, you're going to France in March? Jim Makes Games is awesome. I want to go to Florence for the art stuff there. I want to go to Paris. There's a lot of places I want to go eventually. Oh, if Luke is lucky, your brother got to go to France in high school. Did he come back like wearing a beret and stuff like that? I've only ever been to Canada, Lucas. You've only ever been to Canada in a few states. Yeah. Oh, you lived on the west side along the English Channel. Nice, Galileo. Yeah, Paris, yeah, I really want to go. Oh no, he brought a lot of nice treats. Yeah. Parisian, like croissants and macarons and stuff like that. I want to go. And also the birthplace of Art Nouveau. And I love Art Nouveau. And so many Art Nouveau posters in the Crimson Diamond. And orange juice, smuggled orange juice. Oh, Eating With has not been outside of North America either. There was a really long stretch between when I was like 5.5 to maybe 27 where I never flew anywhere, so I totally get it. But yes, let's move on to Photoshop. I gotta start the music back up too. I remembered on my own this time. Okay, so Photoshop, let me get my control. Okay, so you should hopefully be seeing Photoshop now. Slash Studio U either, yeah. hopefully, I mean, right now it's a little bit difficult to travel, especially by air. Mm, but hopefully. Okay, so here we are. This is where we've been for the past little while. We're working on the river scene. Maximus, you took a gap year once and flew all the way west, can confirm Earth is round. That's nice to know. I mean, I guess it's a pretty easy thing to confirm, but we won't get into that. All right, so we're working on this fellow. We were working on the fellow and his fish the other day, and I realized looking at this that the fin on this fish is a bit much. I couldn't actually find the fish we were using last time because I'm just that bad about organizing my files. But I did find this guy, and so we're going to use him from now on. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's a little embarrassing. Oh, Ronald Dragster, the dad joke. I've been to Paris once and I fell for it. I fell. Eiffel. Ah, Deluxe Tux, I like your plan. You plan to retire at 40 with 10 million in the bank and then just travel? You know what, you guys? This is something I remembered and then I forgot to do. I forgot. I just had to get the stylus and it's findable. I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay. Back. What happened to the music? Oh no, it's in the... Okay. And I kicked everything because everything's really close to me right now. And you probably saw my jogging pants that I'm wearing. But that's okay. Working from home. The stylus was not behind the TV again. It was just away. But I have it. I have it here. So never fear. We were working on the fish yesterday. And, last week. We just looking at quickly at the benefit of fresh eyes, and also what I'm trying is I am trying to that trick, the picture within picture, so I don't keep zooming in and zooming out to see what I'm looking at. I actually have that second window popped up. Dual names redeemed. Show old published artwork for 1500. All right, we can definitely do that. Just give me 1 second. It's just behind my green screen that I'm going to just kick and trip over again. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna do the art piece. I'm gonna turn off the chroma key and go back to Big Julia view. Okay. No, dual names. Don't worry. That's what it's there for. Is to disrupt the stream. It's not disrupting. It's part of the whole thing. Oh, Evil Tentacle wants to know, how do you get the second window in Photoshop? You're thinking it would be handy. Okay, so hold on. Hold that thought. I will explain it when I go back. Is the Eiffel Tower a giant antenna? There is something called the Tokyo Tower in Tokyo that basically looks like a smaller Eiffel Tower. So if you've seen something like Tokyo Godfather or something, and you've seen Eiffel Tower in the backgrounds, that's Tokyo Tower. No, it's not disrupting the stream. This is what it's... Okay, I'm going to turn off the chroma key. Okay. So this piece, I don't think I've shown this yet. Anyway, we're going to show it today. This is a piece I did. When did I do this? I did this piece... Oh my gosh. This is a newspaper. They have the date all over them, don't they? Saturday, December 28th, 2013. Saturday, December 28th, 2013. Okay. This is the Weekend Post. Did I show this one already? I have no memory. The Tokyo Tower from Mothra, Goma-sama. Trivia: Tokyo Tower was built from dismantled tanks from the Korean War. I did not know that, Mousimus. Okay, so this piece here. So this was for the week. So it says weekend post. That's what the National Post Entertainment and Culture section is called on the weekends potentially. So this is the National Post, and this is 12 illustrations that I did for their yearly horoscope for 2014. So that was this. I guess this was the weekend before New Year's issue. And so the color scheme. This is an example of the color not being as bright printed in a newspaper versus what is shown on my screen. So let's kind of see. We have this one is Aries here. So what I tried to do with these is hold on, let me just get a pointer. Okay, what I tried to do with these is give as much information as possible. So we've got the symbol for Aries is this. The animal is the ram. This is not focused either, sorry. It's a fire sign, so I put fire. Okay, that's better a little bit. Fire, and then its flowers are these flowers here, which I can't remember what they are. Its governing planet is Mars, so that's the sign for Mars. And it's all kind of done up in kind of like Art Nouveau style of a border. Why are these not an EGA? The thing is, with the problem with this project was because there's 12 of them, I needed to make a color palette that was limited and would work on all of them. But if I would change the colors a lot, so if I changed the color, I had to change them on all 12, which is really annoying. Okay, so then we have Taurus with the Taurus flower, Taurus symbol. And it's an earth sign, so it's got earth in the background. All these, so it's just a bunch. So they're all kind of done like that. But this was one of these ones where I thought I was legitimately just not going to finish it, because I was thinking, okay, well, everything has to be multiplied by 12. So, okay, well, how long does it take me to ink something? Okay, well, I could take an hour and a half to ink this. Well, times 12? Okay, well, then it's going to take me 18 hours to ink all these. Okay, well, about color? Okay, it's going to take me 2 hours to ink each of these, 2 hours to color each of these, maybe. Okay, so that's times 12, so that's 24 hours. So I was doing all this math in my head and getting really scared because it wasn't that long of a deadline considering, but just knowing that everything I had to do, I had to multiply by 12. The deadline was very, very intimidating. I did make it though. I made it. I didn't sleep very much, if at all, the night before. But yeah, so that is the piece, and I was very happy, and it's really awesome to get a piece published that is this big and in color on a national newspaper. So that was nice. But yeah, so that was at 2013. That was almost 10 years ago, you guys. That's freaky. Yeah, I you know what? I do like some of these more than others, because that's the thing. Is like you can't. There's only so much time you can spend on each drawing as well, and I would have probably liked to spend more time on the drawings, but there's a deadline you have to make. You got to do all the math in advance, and you never get enough time. I think that's pretty much the rule on all that stuff. But thank you, Dual Names, for the redemption. Let's turn on that chroma key. Great. Yes, go Montana. I love the size. Yes, we apparently flying cars. They're still working on that, and it's freaky. But yes. Back to Photoshop. Oh yes, I was an Evil Tentacle. I was going to talk about how to do the picture-in-picture. So hopefully you see Photoshop now. If you go to Window up here and you go to if you go to Arrange, Window, Arrange, you can do New Window for Forest or whatever the scene is. So if I click on that, oh, here's another one. So you can get multiple of the same one. But the working one, well, the one I'm working on is this one. And so as I zoom in and out of it, the other two keep their same magnifications. So again, that is Window, Arrange, and New Window for whatever the file is. And that's something someone on chat, in stream chat, told me last week, I think. and I'm trying to work with it and see if it's going to work with my workflow. But I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely willing to give it a try. Yeah, Evil Tentacle, I zoom out all the time too. Mm. And Nightbot just reminded me, yes, I do have a Patreon, and $5 patrons will be getting a bonus holiday pack. They're all ready to send out. I haven't sent them out yet because of COVID, and I don't want to be stuck in a post office in line mailing stuff, but things are starting to calm down a bit, so hopefully, I don't know, in the next month or two I'll mail them out. But they're all ready. They're all like addressed. I've written in all the cards and everything. I've signed them all. All that stuff's done. They're completely just ready to go. But if you become a $5 patron between now and then, you can totally get a holiday pack still. Okay, but moving on to this pixel art guy. 8:30, not bad. We're finally getting to work. Okay, but yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm not that happy with his the way this pole is right now. And I don't know why I think I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, what happened? Oh wait, I know what happened. Okay. This is all wait. Okay, yeah, this is all other layers that I was doing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just collapse all these layers, I think. Or I can make a group and collapse them. I don't think I'm going to go back to this stuff. I'm going to just merge all these layers. That's how I'm feeling about it right now. Merge layers. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Phantom Fellows, great to see you. Wonderful to see. Of course, Phantom Fellows and Highbury Hazard are working together on a game called The Phantom Fellows, which is a point-and-click adventure game. I got to play the demo, and it was really, really fun. Good to see you. And yeah, bad internet connection is the worst. Yeah, I'm happy with the way the fish's eye has come out. No, that doesn't work. That's fine as that is. But yeah, I'm happy kind of with how the fish is, but I'm looking at this lake fish, this lake herring. I'm just gonna fix some of the fins. Oh, Furo, you played the Phantom Fellows demo as well. It's good. It's really nice. Yes. Oh, Edenwith, that's good to know. And the New York Times said that the newly reported infections have fallen dramatically over the past 2 weeks. That's really good. In New York. Yeah, I get the feeling that it's getting better here too. Although I will say that they're not really reporting the numbers properly because you can't really get testing right now. So until they get their testing act back together, we really don't have a clear picture. But it's nice to think that it could be better. Oh boy. Oh, Phantom Fellows, be really good to see you more on stream and stuff. And yeah, I mean, you're not streaming any game development, are you? Because I guess up until this point you haven't been able to. But if you do get a really good internet connection, it'd be cool to see you stream. Oh, cool. I'm going to open up that nothings.org/COVID. Cool. I'm going to open that in. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like to base my decisions on information, and the problem right now with us is you can't get a COVID test unless you're part of a very specific group, like healthcare professionals and stuff and you can't just be a person and want to get a test. So that's definitely going to impact who is considered positive, etc. So. Mm-hmm. Fish is looking pretty good, I think. Although, you know, with pixel art, there's always one pixel at a. Ooh, I like the way the mouth looks when I do that. Ooh, I like that. And I might put in the second purple color into his mouth. I'm sorry, I get really excited. Nice. This is a fun piece too. This folk tune. We're listening to the Great Canadian Tune Book, MIDI songs. Quite fond of this one. I'm glad you guys. I'm really enjoying the fish, but I think he might need a bit of a stronger. Need a bit of a stronger silhouette. So I might pop this fin out that he's got here. But yeah, even with a low res piece like this, it's always nice to have something to look at. Actually, that fin is much smaller on the piece, on the photo, on the illustrated reference. Yeah, I like to, because I'm not one of these people who can draw out of my head really easily, so I always like having some form of a reference, even at this low of a resolution. But I think I might cheat it a little bit, because I do want, it'd be nice to have a fin popping out this way, you know? Oh wow, yeah, eating with you're able to get tests via USPS? Yes. No, it's I think it's important to share information. Yeah, I have a few rapid tests left. And you can order them here in Canada, but the prices are really inflated, which is not great. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about ordering some more. And same with medical masks. Oh, I'm just gonna check that notification. Control tab. Control tab. Okay. All right. Oh, Phantom Fellows, thanks for the resub. Awesome, appreciate it. One day I'm gonna internalize these two. I can't remember these two keyboard shortcuts I've got going OBS. One day I will, though, and I promise. Yes, it is a tough life for this fish. Oops. It is a It ate a super shiny hard rock, has indigestion. Now this, yeah, it's a lake herring, which apparently I looked on Wikipedia, and it has a funny nickname. This kind of a fish, but it's a freshwater herring, and they don't grow that big. Apparently, they grow to a maximum of 10 inches, but you know, this is artistic license. Massimo says you can celebrate and get a stream deck once you hit a Steam Deck or Stream Deck. Stream Deck once you hit 1K followers, perhaps. This is me and my usual. I confuse things that sound too similar again. Where are they both things? Like, isn't Steam Deck the Steam handheld thing that they have now? And Stream Deck is that thing with the colored buttons, right? Just a Jeffy, good to see you. Yes, Stream Deck is the one with the shortcut buttons. Gotcha. Freshwater, yes. Bilkun, freshwater, Lake Superior. Yeah, so, yeah, Lake Superior. So lake herrings can be in Lake Superior. Yes, exactly, Anyway, Doug and his herring, exactly. This fisherman's name is Doug, and this is his herring. And that's, of course, a tribute to Douglas Herring, who was the artist on The Colonel's Bequest. And, you know, I think there was something on Twitter about not having, like, references to other adventure games, but I feel like that one is so obscure that it's not like a usual one. It's not a red herring. Although I said on Twitter that I nearly called this game the Crimson Herring until, you know, until people with better taste prevailed and said, don't do that. Yes, Jim makes games. Yeah, I think Dan has himself a Stream Deck, but I don't think he's worked it into his streaming yet. Yeah, I think it might be. I think it'd be a fun thing to play with. Jim makes games. I do not have better taste, but I think Crimson Herring is a great name. I thought Crimson Herring was a great name too. Yeah, Bill Kuhn, you're right. Diamond is more like a romantic, mysterious word than hair. I get it. So I'm glad I was I was, you know, I was told not to do that. Oh yeah, just to Jeffy, it's just a matter of, you know, sometimes adventure game developers can't resist putting references to old LucasArts and Sierra adventure games in their games. And of course, the first thing I do is I try to think, oh my gosh, have I done that? Have I put like a lot of references to other adventure games? And yes and no, I think. Like this one is in a weirdly obscure reference to, you know, someone that I really admire who was, you know, making the art for these types of games. But also, you know, the opening sequence is, you know, Nancy is on a train and she loses her luggage, a lot like Laura Bow does in The Dagger of Amon Ra. Like, is that too much? Is that too, like, much of a tribute? The Crimson Tuna Head, Ronald Director. Blahulton, you love making references? I don't think I've done any that are particularly, that really stick out. I don't think I consciously did any that I feel would be considered, I don't know, not cool. Okay. Deluxe Tech says, no, I think it's mostly talking about cracks about three-headed monkeys and fine leather jackets. Dual Name says, Julia, references are fine. We straight up lifted Carandia's visuals for One Room in Strangeland. People appreciate the nods. Yeah, Always Time for Tea. The shower scene in The Crimson Diamond is like a reference of a reference of a reference. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and I think Dual Names, I think if you kind of like use something that, like, art that people have not reused, but, you know, heavily influenced by art that have people have noticed before, I guess that's not the same thing as just having like a word reference to something. I'm trying to make this fin look more fin-like, and I don't know if I'm succeeding. Oh, Bilkun says the Colonel's Bequest actually had a lot of references to other Sierra games. You have to kind of look for them, though. Such as, didn't Alfred teach you anything? I don't remember that. Oh, commentary. So that's something that's interesting about having an AGS game, because I know Francisco's done this for some of his deluxe versions, is having like a commentary mode where you press a button and then you get to hear recorded commentary. It would be cool to do that. Deluxe Tux played Carandia like 2 weeks before playing Strangeland, so you caught the reference. The commentary thing is cool. Oh, and then there's another little bottom fin that I should probably stick in there. Gunder Road, good to see you. Welcome back. Yes, pretty much all Sierra games have references to other Sierra games and Easter eggs even. Yeah, I don't think, besides like the shower scene, I don't really have anything else that would qualify too much as an Easter egg or like a Sierra reference. Commentary. Oh, people do love the commentary mode. Okay, like I actually hadn't given it much thought, to be honest. But it's definitely a possibility. I guess it's a matter of, like, if you toggle the button and then you walk onto a hotspot, you trigger like an audio clip. Is that how that works? Dual Names? Yes, that's it. I do have the moose head, which, yeah, definitely is like a reference to a lot of Sierra games have moose heads in them. So yeah, that would count for sure. That might be the most overt reference I have. But it's one of those ones where I feel like where it's you know, I mean, moose heads exist. Having the author commenting on your game as you play. Yeah, Maximus, will I do that? Massive cringe potential. Okay, Dual Name says Dave from Watch It Games usually has extra objects that turn on and off and talk about various topics when you click on them. Oh no, but I don't have a point-and-click interface on mine. So I guess I would be, for mine, it probably would be like standing on a hotspot or something. You should say it's a mouse and not a moose. It's an Antwerp Gunder Road. The moose head does not bite. Yeah, I don't, I don't do it too consciously, I don't think. That type of a reference. See, I'm still doing the thing where I'm just... I'm zooming in and out and I shouldn't. I should be using these... I should be trying to use these more. Ha! Evil Tentacle, I like that. Just have a text parser mode where you can ask Julia about ... Slash Studio remembers the Twitter, the tweet. Slash Studio says, there's nothing wrong with the odd reference. The point of the Twitter post was to make sure your game is fundamentally something original and competent within itself. Yeah. Maybe a single word that gives you different lines depending on the room. It could just be like a command like commentary or C or something. Just pressing C and enter into a room in each room. It'd be fun to incorporate the text parser interface for it. Oh, good. Deluxe actually said exactly that thing. I hadn't read it even when you. But yeah, I think I might do that. Yeah, like some kind of see, or so there has to be, I think, some kind of a visual indication that you can comment on something potentially. You could have an icon show up when there's commentary available. Yeah, maybe I could have my own head pop up, like my EGA head pop up, and you can, I don't know, something it. Just have my own head flapping, saying, yeah, this thing I did. And floating Julia orb, yeah, exactly. Like in Paradigm. Paradigm has like a weird commentary mode. I can shake my head like Jim Walls. Yeah, Blaholson, I love Paradigm so much. That was Jacob Janeca's first game. Yeah, that's true. Always Time for Tea. I could do it like in King's Quest 4, like Roberta Williams, and when there's a death screen, I could put my own face on there. I don't think I have the heart to do that. It would be funny though. Oh, Bilkin says it should be Ask Julia about in the parser, which triggers either a commentary sound file to play, making of text, or both. Yeah. Ah, there's a secret Ken command in Space Quest 1. He walks onto the screen and hurries you up. Yeah, I think Space Quest Historian showed some kind of a Ken, and I think it only worked on certain versions of Space Quest, as far as I recall. That's fun. Yeah, I guess, I should think about that, because it would be a lot of fun to do. My current EGA portrait doesn't look judgmental enough for that. I keep thinking to myself that I kind of want to redo my portrait, because it's actually the one I spent the least amount of time on, out of any of the portraits I've done. So it might be fun to kind of give myself another one. Or give myself a judgmental face. Patronizing looking. Ah, there's an Easter egg in Leisure Suit Larry 3 as well during the stand-up comedy section. Ken Easter egg. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to think about when the game, actually happens. We'll see. I actually have a fun idea for when the game launches as a treat to myself, but I don't know how if I'm actually going to do it or not. I'm thinking about getting like a Nancy head 3D printed, but get it printed. You can get it printed in like bronze, like a little one, not a huge one. It would be. Hold on. Control tab. Okay. Okay. So, life-sized Nancy. During the patty section, you have to go there, get an item, and Al's sitting at the table with Ken. Oh, that's really sweet. Huh. Okay, so this is the Nancy Maple that I have. So this is the size of her head, but it would not be this big. It would be half this size, quite small. And it would be cool to like get just the head printed in like with like a hole on either side, so I can put a chain through it, and have it printed in bronze or silver or something like that. It's actually not crazy expensive to do that. And I was kind of thinking, oh, depending on how well the game sells in a year, I could either get it done in like bronze, silver, or gold. That was my thinking for myself. Head on a chain. Is that not a good thing, Maximus? Is that like a no-no? It would be a little tiny thing. It would just look like a little pendant or something. No? I haven't done it yet, so you could say don't do that, and I will not do it. But Shapeways will do like lost wax casting. Well, they'll print out the mold and then they'll pour the metal in. Yes, you're not sure about Erasmus? Jim Matt likes the idea. Okay, you guys have to tell me if it's just the worst idea ever, or does it signify something funny or strange? It's like jewelry for the event. Yeah, I kind of want to do it, and I don't know if it like sells amazing. I could get like a little platinum head or something. But if it doesn't do well, I can get like a bronze one. Because that would be my, oh yeah, you did it. And I would still get something cool. If I want to do it, Slash Studio says. And if it does really well, I can get it encrusted with diamonds. You know. If you could do beads on either side, I think that might be cool. That'll help some things. Oscar-style statue of Nancy. Yeah. Just get it printed out and get it like gold-plated or something like they do with like Oscars and Emmys and stuff. My God. You guys give me the worst ideas. You encourage my worst impulses. So yeah, self-awarded. I think it would be fun. If on a chain, you wonder if hanging it from the top of the head might be nicer. I suppose, but then I'd have to put like a hook in it or something. Or like, yeah, like a weird thing coming out of the top of her head, and I kind of wanted it to be just her head. But I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I think most of this is looking pretty good. Could be like the navigator's head in Monkey Island. Now that's getting creepy. But it's, you know, that's a long time from now, because who knows when I'm going to actually launch the game. Mints should come out of her head, Ronald Extra. I should make a Pez dispenser of Nancy. That's probably something that you can get done. You know, now with the magic of 3D printing. Oh, Jimmy's Games did a Space Quest 1 VGA Let's Play. Nice. Oh, Gunderrod says, when I'm looking for inspiration, I often look at movies, manga, whatever can inspire me. If you want some inspiration, we can bring up ideas. Yeah, that's something I have to get better about, is I'm not really good about watching stuff and reading stuff on my own time. I'm trying to make an effort to read more books and things like that. Because there's so much good out there, and if I just don't get into the habit of reading stuff, then it's just never going to happen. Oh, what Jimmy Schemes? You've done a lot of Let's Plays. Nice. Yeah, I just finished Personal Nightmare a few weeks ago, and now I'm working on Last Half of Darkness, which is another VGA, EGA house-based game from 1989. That's kind of going to be my niche. I say that now, but I don't think I can keep it up for very long. But I don't know. Let's Plays are fun to actually do. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, Sir Biddle, last half used to terrify you? Yeah, I actually, I like to show it on stream. I actually do have the disc somewhere here on this cluttered desk. And yeah, I had it when I was a kid, and it is scary. And it's a really effective use of a color palette. I finished the first half of Darkness. uh, yeah, it's fun, and it is scary. Like, I mean, well, also, the Colonel's Bequest was really scary. I was a little scaredy cat kid. And yeah, always time for tea. Manhunter series from Sierra is also very scary. I remember seeing ads for it, but the ads had the really scary, like, some really scary screenshots, and I don't think I was ever interested in even trying them, but based on what the screenshots look like, it just looked way too scary. Although Holton, you're another scaredy cat kid. But can you finish the first 11th of Darkness? I actually don't know how far I am in the game, like how much there is to go, so I couldn't tell you if it's the first half or not. Yeah, but Holton, you were too scared to play most games as a kid, so you just watched other people play them. Yeah, I did that too. I'd have like friends who I'd watch play games, too. Gunda Roach's Quest series have one game that is actually my favorite art-wise. It rivals lower above for you. Is your favorite one the second one, Trial by Fire? Because that's my favorite one. EGA, loveliness. Oh, Conquest. I got you, Conquest. Yeah, Conquest of Longbow, or the other one, Conquest of Camelot. Oh, good, Gunda Road. Yes, your favorite Quest for Glory is Quest for Glory 2. Oh, the art's amazing. The art's amazing. Conquest of Camelot, I really enjoyed playing. I only played that recently, and it was a lot of fun. I think if you add too much light, everything kind of starts losing its form. So I'm gonna back off a bit. Yes, I agree, Gunda Road. The art is really, really nice in Conquest of Camelot. Available on GOG. But I'm gonna make these pants a little droopier. Yeah, there's something about pixel art. If you like the art in Conquest of Camelot, you might like. Dave Lloyd did a game that's on itch.io called The Telwynium. Telwynium. It's a point-and-click adventure game, but it looks a lot like Conquest of Camelot, and I think it's even like set in the medieval time. And I haven't played it yet, but it looks fantastic. Oh, Bill could. Oh man, Manhunter's New York, the first one, is made in 1989. It kind of tempts me to play it, but I just don't think I can get through the arcade sequences. Yes, it's got the World Trade Center towers, the skyline, and everything. It's a really good looking game and super creepy looking. I really like the art in it. Yes, and Gunda Road, yeah, they did a lot of research for Camelot, and I think the manual is also part of that. And, I mean, you need the manual for the game to finish it or to play it. But yeah, I love having all those bits of just learning. It is kind of educational. It's almost like edutainment before edutainment. Oh, cool. Cosmic Void 3 is working on a game that will look like the Manhunter games, but without the bad puzzles and arcade sequences. Oh, is that Tachyon Dreams sequel? Cosmic Void 3, is that what you're talking about? Oh, something else. Cosmic Void 3. Interesting. Because Cosmic Void 3 has not just done not just working on Blood Nova, but also did the Corruption Within, which also is really cool, and also did something for free, a little short game that looks like an old Sierra game called Tachyon Dreams. Yeah, Ronald Drexler, lots of flowers in the manual. The manual is a lot of fun. I really appreciate all the effort. And I do have a soft spot in my heart for manuals, and I kind of want to do one for my game. And it does exist. I think there is. You can download the manual from the Steam store page, but it's really not it's not updated. Yeah, I love manuals. Always time for tea. There's some that I would read over and over again. I read the Wizardry 7 manual a lot, and same with the Daggerfall manual. Yes, Gundar wrote the thing they hit the nail on the head with the female goddesses being different aspects of the same concept. Yeah, I don't remember all the stuff that went on, but it was really good. Right now, I'm just trying to give his suspenders more feel like they're keeping his pants up, because I don't think I'm getting that. Oops, from him right now. Jim Makes Games says, asked me if I have played Daggerfall. Would you ever replay it for a Let's Play? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I would do. I don't know if I would do a role-playing game. Role-playing games are hard and really long, like really time-consuming. I don't know. I don't think I would. Yes. Yes, Run Director. I think, yeah, I definitely, when I got Conquest of Camelot, that's how I saw the manual, the PDF. Yeah, the arcade sequences in the Sierra games were a nightmare, and it's so funny because they would actually try to sell them on their own as just the arcade sequences in adventure games, which is really bold. They were called like Crazy Nick's something or other. I remember seeing them in stores. I never bought one though, to my credit. Oh, Daggerfall has a Unity version. I really did like Daggerfall. Good morning, Arbor Klaus. How are things here? Things are well. I'm just working on this piece again. I'm trying to finalize the sprite so that I can do animation on it. And Dan will hopefully be joining us shortly, and we're going to work on the Ragtime Loop. So that'll be nice. I actually don't think Dan likes to like go back to stuff. He always likes to work on new stuff. So I'm gonna make him. Which I get it. It's like I said. I mean, even earlier today when I'm talking about working on Chapter 5, it's always more fun to make something new than to just tweak something that you already have. Because new is new. There's nothing better than new. New is perfect and doesn't have any problems. I'm not tired of new, but have to get it all done. Space Quest had good manuals. I don't think I ever had Space Quest in box. I had a friend who would get the Space Quests, and I got the King's Quests. Well, I have King's Quest 5 in box, Quest for Glory 2. But yeah, I mean, the manuals that I remember the fondest are, yeah, the Wizardry 7 one and the Daggerfall books. Because they were thick. They were a lot of pages. And they had all this very important information. Ronald Drexler asks, does Crimson Diamond come with a classic manual? Well, there is one you can download on Steam right now, if you so desire. Which it has like little dossiers of the characters, and so yeah, it's there, but it hasn't really been updated in years. So but I mean, it's there. I mean, it still has the whole, keyboard shortcuts section and how to press the directional cut buttons and all that fun stuff. Edenwaith says, to catch up on what I missed, what's the current dev report? Anyone, please answer. Julia has already given the dev report. Yeah, no, it's okay. Edenwaith. So, I am currently working on Chapter 5. Chapter 5 has been divided into 3 sections. And each of the 3 sections, at least the first section I'm working on right now, is also divided into 3 subsections. And I'm working on the first of 3 subsections of the first of 3 sections of Chapter 5. So that's where I am right now. But it's going well. It just, I always get surprised by how much there is to do. And how much is involved. Oh, always time for 2, you had the CGA, so you had the older CR games, but you couldn't run the newer ones. Well, there's no danger of that with this. Yeah, I love Jeffrey. I love the feelies of old manuals. I don't like how I'm doing the pants. So the pants would have like a fly, right? The manual still says 2019. Yeah, so it's been years since I updated it. It's old. But I will, hopefully if I remember, I will update the manual when the time has come to launch. Button up, but hip waders you don't know. I should just quickly look up. Let me look up what hip waders look like in the 1900s. I shouldn't just make this up. Just checking my phone. Hip waders. 1900s? 1900s. Yeah, I think if he had to use the facilities as they would be in the woods, it would just be. He should take the straps off. Yeah, I don't. I'm just gonna do pants. I think. Yeah, they're not really. They could just be pants, and he's in. He doesn't need anything fancy. He's just in pants. I'm gonna look up 1900 pants. 1900. Oh wait. I just need to know what typical. Like, they don't have to be anything special. He would have just changed his pants. 1900s pants. Okay, those look. Those are fine. Sure, that works. Yeah, they just have like a belt thing, and then they have just like a side thing, and then there's a zipper or buttons. Buttons, I'm assuming buttons. So, that's fine. Yeah, hip waders aren't tight. Like, he's not really, like, hip waders are something else, I think. Yeah, it's fine. We're just gonna fake it. We're just gonna fake it. And what's the mantra I always have? It's only gonna be on the screen for like a few seconds. It's totally fine. We won't even see it. Yeah, they're probably just suspenders. I don't even know what suspenders look like. How do people wear suspenders? I've not worn them. Suspenders pants? Suspender pants. Suspender pants. Always time for 2, your dad wears them? So they would, like, the bottom of it would be, like, now they're kind of hip, right? Unique vintage. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of like what I don't know anything about this. These are all cool. Old time suspenders were buttoned. Okay. Old. Men. Suspender pants men. This is, like, I'm feeling a little embarrassed. This guy's like a hipster. These are very skinny. Okay, this looks good. I mean, okay. I'm gonna use the weird one. Okay, this is very strange, but I'm gonna use this picture. I don't even know if you could. Can you see that? It's like it's supposed to be fashiony, but it's meant to look old. Yes, He's skinny because he hasn't eaten. That's why he's fishing. Yeah, he'd be like a. I see him as a stringy old goat of a guy. But yeah, I don't think they should branch as early. Yeah, now they're cool, but this is practicality. And so what we need here is they do come down like this, but then they branch off later, and then they do button. So whoever said buttoned, bravo, because they do button. Wild West suspender pants. Yeah, this is gonna do the trick. I think it's giving me enough of an idea. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with this level of detail. You found reference, perfect reference. Okay, what's the perfect reference? Seeking Steelheads? Is this like a music video? What is this? Oh, he's in the river. Look at this. That's fantastic. That is a great reference. Okay, now it's playing and I don't want to hear it play. That's great! 4 minutes into he's fishing. Yeah. He's actually got the hip waders on and stuff. I'm gonna fake it. I'm just faking it. Excuse me. It's Canada and everything. Oh yeah, someone mentioned a song sung by Stan Rogers called Small Japanese Fish or something the other time. Little Japanese Fish, Small Japanese Fish. I listened to it. It's a really nice sounding song. Guy's got a really good voice. Hold on, I can tell you what it's actually called. No, the song was called literally. Hold on, I can find it. Wait. No. Okay. The song was called. Oh no. Tiny Fish for Japan. It's called Tiny Fish for Japan, and it was sung by Stan Rogers. And it's quite nice. I don't know what it's about at all. Like, I don't know the historical context. But it's a nice little song. Baby Shark. I still haven't heard Baby Shark. And I'm fine with it. I'm really glad. There is also, again, Nightbot is saying about talking to women about video games, the podcast that I was on, and the episode has just come on to SoundCloud and Apple iTunes podcast, whatever it's called. It's a great little podcast. So Jonathan Holmes does a bunch of different podcasts. He does this one, talking to women about video games, with Tanya. I don't know her last name, but his co-host Tanya. He also does a podcast with Stephanie Sterling, who does these game industry videos on YouTube, which I watch because it helps me stay up to date on what's going on in the gaming industry. And so Stephanie Sterling is awesome and does awesome videos. And so Jonathan goes on these this podcast with Stephanie Sterling. And Conrad, I can't remember his last name. It's called Boston's Favorite Son, and it's a little bit of a change of pace from what we tend to do here or listen to, but it's a lot of fun. I think it's really sweet. Is it Conrad Zimmerman, Always Time for Tea? You listen to it as well? Cool. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's a fun time. And the thing is Stephanie Sterling, usually when they're on their YouTube videos, they're usually really kind of indignant about the state of the industry, and so they don't get to really have that much fun on the videos so much. But on Boston's Favorite Son, Stephanie and Jonathan just have this wonderful like energy and rapport together, and it's nice to see Stephanie get to be like positive and like mischievous and clever. Ah, Edenwith, interesting. The full Playdate SDK will be revealed sometime this month, not just pulp. That is exciting. Yeah, I think when I eventually, do get into developing a game for Playdate that is just mine, I will be probably using the SDK. It's just way more flexible than pulp, but pulp is amazing. They've done some really awesome things with pulp. But I didn't know they were releasing that sometime this month. That's fantastic. And if you have a Playdate unit, I think they said that you'll be able to load your creations onto your Playdate, all that. Grindislav, happy Crimson Tuesday! Of course, Grindislav is working on Rosewater. I'm going to do a quick shout out for Grindislav. Of course, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, hopefully. I'm not sure if he's doing it tomorrow, but Wild West Wednesdays are usually on at 1 p.m. Eastern to Grindislav's channel. I like to pop in there when I can, see what's going on. It's a good time. It's very educational. Ooh, okay, so Edenwith, you saw that on Playdate/dev that the Playdate SDK will come out in February 2022. Hopefully sometime within the next 3 weeks. That is exciting. Oh good, you'll be streaming tomorrow. Do you have any idea what you're streaming tomorrow, Grindislav? Is it more rotoscoping? I saw on Twitter you had that tweet of someone losing their hat, and it looks a lot like you, which I'm sure is the case. Yeah, I'm not really looking at the other windows for this preview, but it's good to know that maybe some people will find it handy. I don't know. He's looking pretty good. This might be it. I might get into animating, although seeing as Dan will probably be joining us any moment, I probably will just keep working on this piece, and then next week we'll be animating. Always time for tea. Wonderful to see you. Have a great night. Ah, Grindislav will be doing a character tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is, but I'm just gonna pick away at it until Dan is ready to come on. Oh wow. Grindislav said I just spent a couple hours playing through the game and made a huge list of fixes. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of feedback from my wonderful beta testers about a ton of stuff that's utterly broken in the beta version of the game, and so I'm not even looking at it right now because I want to build some more of Chapter 5, but I will have to address it at some point. His hand is probably really big for his body, so I'm going to work on that. I will also check my messages to see if Dan's gotten back to me. And next week will most likely be an art stream, and it'll be us animating this fellow, and I'll probably say I'll consider him done at the end of the stream in his state, because I think it's pretty good, and we'll animate him next stream, followed by Last Half of Darkness, our second try at Last Half of Darkness. I'm still alive in the game, although I did get pricked on a bush, so I could be dying slowly, and I don't know. But I'm playing it right now just straight through with no walkthrough, and it's been pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it. And the art is really good. What I really like about it is it's using mostly the dark cobalt blue and the black and the lighter blue to show night. And so when they have inventory items, they really stick out. They're really prominent. Yes, this is not just any fellow. This is Doug Herring. Doug the Herring Fisherman. And he's awesome. And it's really amazing to think, he didn't really have anyone to look. Well, I'm not going to say no one to look to when he was making EGA art, but I have the benefit of looking at so much amazing art to make my game. But back in those times, you kind of were inventing a lot of that stuff, and not only just inventing the art style, but inventing the tech tools to go along with it, which is what he was doing, which is even more impressive. You kind of need a blend of someone who's got that really technical mind and the artistic mind, and you don't find that every day. With his other hand, so if he's reeling with one hand, his other hand should be lower. He's reeling with the hand that's closest to us, but he would be holding the other hand lower, I think, when he's reeling. So let me try that. And Deluxe Text, they all just copied George Seurat. I talked about Seurat on one of my pixel art talks. And that is one of the reasons why I like pixel art so much, is every color can stand on its own and be brilliant and not worry about being blended and overshadowed, and the saturation is always there 100%, and that's what he liked about pointillism, was preserving the brilliance of the pigments he was using, which I think is quite a nice thing that pixel art does. Oh, Blahotz, I'm glad you like that talk. I did a talk, I did a talk on narrative design a couple of years ago. I can't remember. I mean, it was pre-COVID, so it was more than that. It was more than 2 years ago. But because I actually went there and I did the talk. I think, yeah, I did. I was in person doing this talk, and I did a talk about narrative design, which I liked. I enjoyed doing that one quite a bit. It's the first time anyone had really asked me to talk about just narrative stuff. And the things that I talked about in comparing open world design versus like a linear design for adventure games, and the issues that developers and story people have when designing a game that's fairly linear. And it's all about like player control, but you also want a narrative arc that is satisfactory. Oh, there's Dan. But my hold on. Okay, cool. Coming very soon. Okay. So my whole thing was comparing the satisfaction you would get from a story in open world versus a more linear story, as I used the example of the Three Little Pigs. Hold on. Actually, I'm just going to save this. I'm going to go to Big Julia for now. Control Tab. Okay. Yeah. So I used the Three Little Pigs as my example, where there's this ramp up in the story where you've got the straw house, the wood house, and the brick house, and at the end the wolf can't blow down the brick house, and that's the big climax of the whole thing, right? But if it's an open world and you could go to any of the houses in any order, then that story, that arc doesn't happen anymore, and the difficulties of trying to create a compelling story when you let the player go wherever they want at any time. Yeah, spoilers. Okay. But yeah, that's just something I was thinking about. I would have liked to have that talk on some kind of recorded thing. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Okay, but Dan is ready for us, so I'm going to raid Dan, and we're going to get on to the Ragtime Loop. But before, I'm going to intro Dan. Dan Polakar is an amazing musician. He worked on music for Romero Games' Empire Sin. He is an internationally touring performer, a music teacher, a composer, um, all that stuff, probably more stuff. And he's using a Roland MT32 of his own volition to develop music for the Crimson Diamond. And we stream pretty much every other Tuesday, give or take, with Dan, and we develop a piece from beginning to end, almost beginning to end, most nights, and take suggestions from chat about how that should go. But tonight we are going to be polishing up a piece that I hope to make it into the next version of the demo, which is this ragtime piece. What is a Roland MT32? Dan is asking. Goemon Sama, it was really good to see you. Yeah, thanks for coming by. I love your art. I love seeing it on Twitter. So keep up the awesome art. Okay, Dan. Yeah, so that's Dan, and we're gonna. Yeah, it's twice as good as an MT16. Yeah, we're gonna go to Dan now. So I'm gonna set that up to raid, and then I got to get on this thing. So I'm gonna raid first, and then I'm gonna hop on to the Dan train. Dan, the band. Wait. Dan, I wish you had a shorter name. Dan, the band, music. I can't. Do I usually raid first? I must, right? Okay, I'm gonna raid Dan, and then I'm gonna get on the Zoom call. I will see you guys there. All right, here we go. No, forget it, Dan. The band music, don't change it. It's fine. It rolls off the tongue. It's just a bit long to spell. Okay, good. I spelled it correctly. Okay. We'll see you there. Maybe if you ask nicely, Dan will show us a big box or something. I don't know. But yeah, stay tuned because Dan is really good at making music and fast at it. And I learn stuff every time, and I get to relax a bit and listen to awesome stuff. And if we poke at him, maybe he'll like play something nice for us, and get a copyright strike for my channel. That would be nice. All right. Oh, somebody already had Dan the band. Yeah, it's fine. Dan, it's fine. I just like to complain about everything. Yes, and Dan said that it would be definitely possible to give an MT32 MIDI version of the soundtrack, which would be cool. Dan the band. Okay. Alright, I'm going to raid Dan and I'm going to hop on the call. See you there. Here we go.
Hello, hello, people. Welcome. We're here. What are we doing? We're making music for a game called The Crimson Diamond. My name's Dan. This is Julia. Up here, I always get it wrong because it's backwards. Up here to my left, or right, as it were. I'm not sure. She's there somewhere. Your finger's disappearing into the green screen, though. She's actually a ghost. She floats. She doesn't actually have feet or legs. I've seen her in person. They're not real. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe what you've heard.
It's so true.
Julia's in another kingdom now, exactly. Which one is Dan and which one is Julia? Well, that's not important. Just focus on that there is one of them in there. So what's going on, people? Welcome back. Welcome kind of into this version or this section of our stream. Thank you somebody for doing something that I can't see. I don't know why that is. I really got to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, F Lucas is now following you on Twitch. There we go. Nice. Thank you. A Maple Mystery is only one shorter than Dan the Band Music. Ha. And there's no underscore.
Oh, you're so. I know. You're right. I'm sorry.
Gosh. Let's see. So we're making some music tonight for a game.
Mm-hmm.
This game is called The Crimson Diamond. Julia's background is actually where is that? That's by the river.
Yes, this is you actually can't get to this screen in the demo, so it's like a big old tease.
But there is some in the trailer. If you've watched the trailer, or if you've watched some of your other streams, you've shown off some of the other game that's not in the demo.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Virtual Ontario. Exactly. Virtual Crimson. LA was good. Yeah, I just actually came back from my first concert on tour since the pandemic hit. So the first concert I've done in
Hmm.
2 years, and there was about 25,000 people there, and it was great. It was great.
Oh my God. 25,000. And so
Yep,
it was with Sean Paul.
that's right. With Sean Paul, we got a nice, um, we got a nice review in the LA Weekly. Let
Hmm.
me see if I can find that. Actually, might be cool to pull that up for
Hmm.
Cali vibes or medicinal and long. Yeah, this is it. I'll pull it up and let's see. Let's do a screen share. Where are we? There we are. Shut off the key cam. Cali vibes were medicinal in Long Beach. Let's see. After 2 years of a soul destroying pandemic, we really needed some Cali vibes. Essentially, a reggae festival across the spectrum with a few other acts dotted in. This event next to the water in Long Beach offered a peaceful environment to enjoy music that was more hit than miss. It was safe. Everyone's vaccine certificate was checked on the way in. Ah, thank you, A Maple Mystery, for interrupting my talk
Of course.
with your Prime subscription.
Hmm.
And let's see, where is checked in, and the haze of marijuana smoke hanging over the crowd hinted at the very chill atmosphere. Honestly, this festival was medicinal. There were plenty of highlights. Super successful dance hall singer and songwriter Sean Paul really took the main stage, named the Koi stage, by storm on the first day. Friday, blasting through energetic hits such as Dynamite, creating a party atmosphere and holding the crowd in the palm of his hand. The next band they don't review so favorably, so I'm not going to really bother with
Um.
that. They talk about Shaggy, the Marley Brothers, Mr. Vegas. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Jim Makes Games. Whoa, we got a hype train going on. How about that? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hype
Mm-hmm.
train. Woo! I don't even know what that means, but it's awesome. I'm excited about it. The Wu Tang Clan was actually there,
Ooh,
and
Tang.
Sublime as well. But yeah, that was it. Pretty cool. Nice little fact that they mentioned us right at the
Hmm.
top of it, and I'm glad that the folks there enjoyed the show.
How many songs did you play?
We played for 45 minutes.
Whoa.
So let me see. The set list was that's actually short for us.
Oh.
Usually it's a minimum of 60 or 75 minutes, 90 or more being kind of like the long stuff. But festivals, the one downside to festivals, the upside to a festival from an audience perspective is you get to see a whole bunch of acts. The downside is none of those acts really perform for very long. Even the
Hmm.
headliners usually don't necessarily get a long set, like an hour maybe was the longest set.
Hmm.
So we got about 45 minutes. Somewhere I have the set list here, but it was nice that in the group, I have a WhatsApp chat with all the people in Sean Paul's road crew, which is
Oh.
includes me. But they posted the little Cali Vibes link, so I got to see it. And what else was there? Let's see. There should be the set list in there, so I can tell you how many songs we played.
Yeah, I want to know. And what songs do you like to play? Like, what's your favorite that you played?
Um, I like to play most of them.
Hmm.
I don't really have a preference of what's what. Let's see. We played. I don't know. Where is this? Oh yeah, this is it. Intro. No lie. Get busy. Got to love you. Cheap thrills. Give me the light. We be burning like glue. I'm still in love. Rockabye. Dynamite. Boasty. Trumpets. She doesn't mind. And temperature. We closed out with temperature.
Oh, temperature, of course. So how many is that? I don't even know. Like a
How many is that?
dozen?
Yeah, something like that. More.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 songs we got through in 45 minutes. And we had to cut some short.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a rehearsal actually. Since we hadn't played in 2 years, I flew to Jamaica to do rehearsals. And I was supposed to fly over the weekend. What's today? Not this past weekend, but the previous weekend. I was supposed to fly to Jamaica, but there was a huge snowstorm in New York, and it canceled all the flights on that day that I was supposed to fly. I tried to get out the day before, couldn't get out the day before. So I did finally get out, and I made it there for 2 days of rehearsal. So we got to play, and then we actually got to do our show. So the next show we have coming up is not until next month, but it's in Colombia, which should be pretty
Ooh,
cool. Yep.
nice.
And then we're supposed to do some dates in the UK afterwards, and then some more dates in the US. But we'll see. Unfortunately, the pandemic is still going on, and there's still changes happening all the time. So, you know, you can hopefully. I think I put something on my Twitter about it, about the LA show, or on my Instagram if you don't have either of those. But yeah, it was really nice to be in Jamaica, and the weather in LA was pretty good. It was kind of chilly at night, but Jamaica was hot and nice. Yeah, not the District of Columbia, but Columbia, the country, Edenwaith. I'll be there next month at some point, hopefully. Again,
Hmm.
assuming nothing goes wrong, everything goes
Right.
right. So where were we? We're making music.
Yes, yeah, we're working on the Ragtime Loop today because it was the piece that I would have liked to have gotten into the new version of the demo, but that doesn't mean we can't stuff it in there surreptitiously,
Yep,
like sooner rather than later.
yep.
Yeah, so there's no reason why we can't have that at some point. So
And I've done something. We basically had to recreate it from scratch last time, but we also added
yes,
some new sections, as I remember.
yes,
So
that riveting stream where Dan spent half an hour looking for a file,
yes, and people stuck with us and watched it. So
which we're
thank
very
you.
grateful for. Yes.
Yeah, we're actually doing music, right?
Yeah, we
So
bet sometimes.
so let's first. Ooh, sweet! I received a level 1 hype train emote. I don't know what that means, but that's awesome. Um, yeah. So let's play and see where we're at.
Yes.
Hold on. Before we do that, I want to make sure we have the right patches.
And I should probably put both of my earphones in for this.
You
What
could.
do you think?
You could. You don't have to.
Yeah. No?
There we go. Okay, there we go. That's where we're at so far. Um,
Nice.
I like it a lot better listening back than I did the last time.
Huh. Good.
I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I actually think this new section is pretty nice.
Hmm.
It needs a little all of it needs just a little bit of cleaning up. And then what I probably would say is that since it's a loop, if this was a ragtime piece and not a loop, I
Hmm.
would argue that this should happen again at the end of the song, this first section.
Hmm.
But since it's a loop, it doesn't really make sense to do the first section again and then have it loop back to the first section
Right.
again.
Right.
So what I would probably do, like if somebody wanted sheet music for this, the sheet music would say play this, play this, play this, play this again. This is going to say play this, play this, play this, and just start over again
Hmm.
because it's a loop. Because I think we have the length we need, right? This is 310 ish,
That's awesome. Yeah.
311 or so. And then it'll loop back. So I think that'll work.
Awesome.
So I think the first move is to, oh, Deluxe Tux, do you like Wall Street Rag? I'm not sure I know that. Why is it called Ragtime?
Hmm.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know that. But it's the precursor to jazz. And it's, as far as I know, a North American art form or music.
Does it have to do with the kind of timing that it's in it? It's like it's a raggy timing?
I don't think so because the timing is pretty straightforward.
Hmm.
It's not usually like they have some swing to it, but this predates swing music as we know it, or jazz
I'm
as we
gonna
know it.
I'm gonna Google why is it called ragtime.
Yeah, its cardinal trait is a syncopated or ragged rhythm. I mean, that sounds right.
Hmm.
That sounds right to me. I don't actually know.
Well,
And then
yeah,
where else
that's
is
what it
that
says. It's
listed?
derived from ragged time. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, this is our interlude.
Hmm. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, so let's clean this up.
So when you say clean up, what does that mean?
Well, you see how there's like some like weird little
Yep.
looking things? We're gonna get rid of those and
Cool.
just clean it up. Like that shouldn't be there. Right, you hear that? That shouldn't sound like that.
Hmm.
Okay, so right there, whoops. That doesn't need to be there, but that does need to be there.
Hmm.
There's something going on there. I'm not sure, that might be in the left hand part. This is funny because this is actually not a hand stretch that's possible. So I don't know how that played, but it's like a phantom note. So just to show you what that would be on the piano. Oh,
Hmm.
come on. Did my camera die on the piano cam again? Ugh.
Um,
Do you see my
I see a piano, but I
you
don't
see
see
my
any
piano but you
movement.
don't see my hand doing
Nope.
anything. Hold on, let me try to restart it.
Piano cam. And it's actually really cool because this piece does remind me of like those silent movies that would play and then you'd have the
Oh,
placard with the actual words on
there's
it
my
kind of thing.
hands.
There are
There's
your
my hands.
hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. So, let's see this. Oops. I got to record this. So it's really playing. What was it playing? So it's playing this and that, which is totally impossible for me to even stretch close to that. That's a really huge interval. So anyway, so somehow that phantom note got in there. It's still distorting a little bit, isn't it? Let me fix this volume. I don't know why the MT32 is so hot today. Still distorting. Let me turn it down just a little bit more. That's the wrong chord. That's right. And then right there we'll bring this volume up so it doesn't sound so wonky. Let's dial back the MT32 itself and see what happens. It's screaming loud. It never is loud, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, so these little lines here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it,
Hmm.
but all these little lines here, they represent the volume that the note is being played at, and then this here represents the actual pitch. Does that make sense?
Huh.
Of the note. So I'm affecting volume here,
Hmm.
which if I shut this off, you probably can't see it too well. Oh, because I forget to do this all the time. Let's reset this so people can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. Yep, yep. Okay. This says velocity here, and it basically represents the velocity, so how hard you hit the note
Hmm.
and how fast you hit the note, whatever it is. I'm not exactly sure. It's usually how hard you hit the note, but that's what they call it, velocity. And then all these are notes, and then how long they are is the length of the note. So like you can make this really long, you can
Hmm.
make it really short, you can just leave it as is.
Hmm.
Okay, so here's where I got to clean up. Da, 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 da. Let's. Okay, so something's weird there. Got to figure out what that is. That's right. Okay. So I got to fix the left hand here, I think. Yeah, and I saw Mousimus, if you don't do that, like I could quantize this and make it all perfect, quote unquote perfect, but it'll sound very mechanical. It's going to sound like this, which is okay, but that's not how I want this is how I wanted it to sound originally. Which this was the original demo. So that's the original demo, right? But it has kind of a swingy feel as opposed to this very That sounds like MIDI from 1990, 80, whatever, but just not good. There's nothing really pleasing about listening to that, to me, anyway.
Bill Holson asks what chords do and don't go in ragtime.
What chords do and don't go in ragtime? Okay, so a lot of major and minor chords. Typically, the songs are in major keys, I would say. Most of them are in major keys. But major, minor triads specifically. Dominant seventh chords, very common. And also diminished chords are very popular uh, in ragtime. I think I have some augmented and diminished chords in this piece. But I try to stay away from minor sevenths because there's not really too many of those. There's not really too many major sevenths. They happen occasionally, but more commonly, I would say they're not happening. I don't know what the best way to say it is. Oh, and Jim Makes Games. Dude, thank you for coming by.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you as always, sir. And yeah, Mousimus, this particular one, when I did this, originally this was the demo that I sent. Before I did one shred of music for Empire of Sin, this was the demo I sent to Brenda Romero. So I wanted to make it sound good, but also bad at the same time. So like it was quality, but it sounds like it's coming through a radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's what actually got me the job or not, but I'll never know. You'll have to ask Brenda or John. But yeah, that was what I first sent as a demo, and it actually worked in my favor, I would say. And I'll probably, what would be really cool to do with this would be to take this piece and maybe we can do like a little, I don't know, maybe we can do a trailer with this because it's 3.5 minutes. We don't obviously need the whole song, but maybe we can do just a trailer with just video and no dialogue whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make the piano sound real instead of MT32.
Yes, that'd be amazing. And yeah, we could do it kind of like a silent film where there could be like placards of like some text where, be like whatever.
Yeah, so people know what the heck is going on
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
like just, hey, here's something. Yeah. No, and what I could do, it's actually pretty easy to do that. So like I'll play you guys an example of what that sounds like. Let's see here.
I have a question. This is the question I always ask you when you do shows and stuff. Was there tuna fish on the rider? Was there a rider?
There was a rider. I don't know if I saw tuna fish backstage, but there was a lot of stuff backstage. I did get a good picture of backstage, actually.
What kind of food? What kind of food was there?
Well, there was food trucks for us to eat, and
Oh
like
my
we got to
God, I love
choose
food
which food
trucks.
truck it was.
Hmm.
If I have to say one thing about the food trucks were not great.
Oh no, but LA has such
The
good
food I
food.
had
It's just
wasn't great, but it was okay.
oh.
LA does have good food, and the food truck at my hotel was excellent. That was excellent. But the food truck at the venue, the food trucks at the venue that they had, at least what I saw, wasn't really my thing.
So what food truck was by your hotel?
There was a Mexican seafood kind of thing.
Oh
So I had shrimp enchiladas. It was really good.
oh my God.
Not cheap, but very good.
Well, yeah. You get what you pay for.
And there was a different food truck the next night, which was kind of interesting.
Hmm.
So I guess like they have food trucks that just come and pull into the Westin, and you can just kind of like choose if you want to go to the food truck or if you want to have hotel food or whatever. It was pretty cool. That's something I hadn't seen before.
So they had food trucks at the show, and you could eat whatever you wanted from the food
Yeah,
trucks.
they give us like meal tickets, so you can just go pick what you want.
Oh, cool.
And I had a bunch. My parents flew down for the show to see
Hmm.
the show, so I actually went with them to lunch, and I never used my lunch meal tickets, but I think somebody in the band eventually, I think I gave one of my spares to one of the other guys in the band, so they could get more food if they wanted.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is what it would sound like with real piano. Well, maybe not that sound. Let's do something cooler.
Cooler.
That's a little too weird. How about this one? No, I know. Hold on, we need to do an upright piano. There we go.
Hmm.
You know, I'm tempted to edit like this because the sound is so much clearer.
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
sound is so much clearer that once I put it back to MT32, it should be better.
Hmm.
What chord should that be? Shouldn't be that chord. There we go. Not quite. Wow, that's piano four hands right there. You can't play that physically, I don't
Cool.
think. I need to change it to be piano two hands.
How do you do that?
How did I do that? I just played it twice.
No, but how do you make it so that's for two hands?
Well, I'll just thin out some of the notes, get rid of some of the
Hmm.
notes that are there. Probably. Just like that. There, now it's piano two hands again. So you could play piano four hands, but it's that's not really the intent here. Yeah, old forehand. You could. Okay, right there. I need to edit some of that. It's a little lazy. Okay, clean that up there. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's not a good melody. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the problem there. Something's wrong here. There we go. go. What the heck is going on here today? Getting all kinds of crazy distortions and okay, let's do this. We'll put a limiter on here. Oh no, I can't use that limiter.
Why not?
I need to use, well, because it introduces too much latency.
Ooh.
What limiter do I want to use? L1. That should work. Nice one, Blaholtzen. That's a dad joke. Okay. Whoops. I don't think that's possible physically. Yeah, no.
Is a piano cam off supposed to be?
Oh, I'll turn it back on. Yep. Yeah, that's not physically possible. What's going on there? There we go. That might fit better. Okay, there's something wrong there. What's wrong here? These are tough chords, man. This would be a really, really hard ragtime to play for real. Really hard. Yeah, this is impossible. Okay, now we gotta clean this part up and make this. Hi, Dual Names. Good name.
Yeah, Dual Names is the developer behind Strangeland and Primordia.
Really? Awesome.
Yes.
Dude, I need to buy Strangeland. I already own Primordia, but I do not own Strangeland, and I need to own it. I saw it just got nominated for a ton of awards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aggie Awards or something like that? Is that the
Yes.
award?
Yes.
Yeah. I should probably know this, helping with adventure games, but, that's just me. 7 Aggies. That's ridiculous. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And Strangeland is a sequel to Primordia, right? Or sort of a sequel to Primordia? Am I wrong about that, or am I right about that? Not really? Okay. Parallel universes? It's our second game. Okay. I think I started Primordia, but I haven't actually had a chance to really play through it. I finished, what was the other game that I finished that I found really, really difficult that I was telling you about?
Is
There's
it
another
Techno
Wadget.
Babylon?
No, not Techno Babylon. Was it Techno Babylon? Maybe it was Techno Babylon. Yeah, maybe it was Techno Babylon.
Okay.
It was very difficult, as I remember. And maybe just because I'm really bad at adventure games.
Me too.
Strangeland is like It's a Wonderful Life meets Eternal Sunshine in a way. Rather, It's a Wonderful Life meets H.R.
Tardigrade.
Geiger. Nice.
It looks very creepy and scary for sure.
Primordias, we
I will
played
say
a lot
that.
of Beneath a Steel Sky. Yeah, definitely.
So dual names you can compose as well. That's awesome. I'm so jealous of developers who can also do their own music because I can't.
There's a handful of them.
Yes, I know. It's
And,
awesome.
really? Deluxe Tux? Then you're just way better than me. Which is not saying much, so don't get that excited. Oh, man. Okay, so let's do this now. Let's get into editing some of this. Oops, not that one. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, somebody, for following me. I'll see it pop up here in a second on my email. Or will I?
I don't know if they do that.
Yeah, it usually sends me an email, but it looks like it didn't this time.
Oh, Dual Names followed you. Thanks for
Oh,
the
thank
following,
you.
Dan.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Dual Names, do you do any streaming of Dev at all? Time time doesn't exist. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know that. We are lucky to stream. Well, I only stream twice a month, and Julia streams 4 times a month. But it's we're lucky to get those in, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's kind of pianistically awkward. Now, here's the funny part. I'm saying this stuff is pianistically awkward, but I actually played this part. This is
Yes,
so
you actually like to do this
if
kind of
it's
thing.
played, I guess it works. I don't know. This part I can't say was too many hands. This is the right number of hands. That's a good question, Dual Names. What inspired you to work on Crimson Diamond besides Julia's extravagant art? Well, I would say that the artwork and the style of game was inspiring. Um, I'm a huge Sierra fan too, even though Julia would say her favorite old school adventure games are LucasArts.
Yep.
Mine are probably Sierra. My favorite Sierra game of all time is Quest for Glory 1. VGA version, even though the EGA version is really what exists previous to that. They're both great. And then my second favorite is King's Quest 5, which is I think originally a VGA game. I don't other than the like if you want to consider the atrocious NES graphics version of it, I don't think you want to. But yeah, that's what I would say. I don't know if you can see very well behind me. I'll jump to this view, or maybe this view even, and you can see behind me. There's a lot of big box PC games. Um, I don't really have too many adventure games. There's Laura Bow there, Dagger of
Oh,
Amon-Ra.
Dagger of Amon-Ra looks so good.
I have a
Uh,
few others, but there's not a lot of adventure games that you can see right here. But there are. I own a fair amount of them. Quest for Glory series is still holding up. Yeah, I mean, they just married perfectly RPG and
mhm.
adventure game, and it just really. Who else has tried to do it? Has anybody else really tried to do that? I don't know. I guess they tried to do it with King's Quest 8, but we
Hmm.
probably shouldn't talk about that. That's a 3D atrocity. Well, no, Betrayed Alliance is going to have stuff similar to that, right?
Yes, the combat system that
Yep.
looks really cool. Yep.
And that's yeah,
Slash
Slat
Studio.
Studio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ryan. Um and then there's also Mage's Initiation, which I actually have not played all the way through. But they did something similar. They have like combat system, magic and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if it's exactly an RPG, but their inspiration was Quest for Glory, clearly. For I redeemed. Oh, of course. Heroine's Quest and Quest for Infamy. Yeah, you know, I own Quest for Infamy, and I think Heroine's Quest is a free game, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think I own both of those.
Disco Elysium. I've people keep recommending it to me, and it does look very intriguing.
Disco Elysium is an isometric RPG, though, isn't it?
Hmm.
Is it an adventure as well?
I don't know.
All right, Freud, what do you want to see? Do you want to
Hmm.
see something hardware or software? Uh, what should we show off today? And have I got anything new to show? I actually do have something new to show off. I don't know if I should show it off, but I could.
Why wouldn't you?
It's technically not legit, but it is legit, but it's not legit.
This is well, now you have to because it's intriguing now.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll do an unboxing. All right, give me
Oh,
a second. Julia,
bonus.
you can do a quick intro while I find my
In
box.
okay,
Not
intro. I don't
intro, but
know.
just reintroduce what we're doing here.
Oh, sure, yeah. So Dan's making music for the Crimson Diamond right now, and I'm hoping to put this piece in the new version of the demo when I have to fix some of the inevitable problems that people find, even though the demo is supposed to be the most polished part of the game, as it's chapter one and it's been played the most and seen the most by people. So I'm kind of freaked out that there are bugs, but there are, but that's okay. We're getting those fixed. And then I'm gonna upload the new one with the new art that we worked on tonight, animated, and with this beautiful piece that Dan's working on right now. That is the hope, because I'm actually really excited to add a new piece of music to the game. I haven't added a new piece of music for quite some time. I think right now there are three tracks in the demo that Dan composed. The theme song, which happens when you launch the game. There is like a sneaky listening song, and then there's a dining room waltz. And so it'd be really cool to have a fourth. Um, that would be kind of the introductory sequence music, what I think this is perfect for, and possibly the tutorial music too.
Nice. So
Yes,
I'm gonna jump to my view
yes.
only, and I'm gonna show off. This is the box. Here we go. Not exactly a new box, recycled box. That's how I ship my stuff. I like it like that. Packaged with questionable packing materials, but that's not how I would pack my stuff. But hey, it was not expensive. So I'm going to show this off. And I'm not particularly impressed with the box thus far, but this is Sonic the Hedgehog for Commodore 64, which was just recently ported, I believe. And so this box, obviously, this is for a game that doesn't really exist. So it's not like this is unlicensed is what is the best way to put it. It's not really a counterfeit because it's not of a game that actually exists, I guess. But it's a conversion, I guess they say. Okay, so let's say bust the video game speed barrier wide open with Sonic the Hedgehog. Blaze by in a blur using the supersonic spin attack, plummet down tunnels and spin through space, bounce around till you're dizzy in a pinball machine. You've never seen anything like it. So anyway, yeah. So you have to have an REV or REU rather, RAM expansion.
Okay, so you're telling me that there are people who are still making Commodore 64 games. Is there a cartridge?
Nope. There's a full color manual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me not say full color. It's not full color.
Mm-hmm.
It's full kind of color.
Mm-hmm.
There's a floppy disk. Whoops.
Okay.
And a really crappy piece of foam. I'm probably just going to take out. Maybe that was just to keep the stuff in there. And it was worth about what I paid. I could say that. This is a very cheap box. Maybe the cheapest big box, if you want to call it a big box, I've ever seen. It's like a cereal box would be thicker than this. Not great, but anyway, it's definitely not licensed by Sega or to have the Sonic name or any of that stuff.
Do you have a Commodore you can play this on?
I I should. I have 3 Commodore 64s.
Okay.
And one is the new emulator one, the new C64 Maxi. I think it's called the C6, just called the C64. I forget where I put it. I feel like I showed it off one time on stream. Let's bring Julia back.
I don't know if you did or not. Justin Jeffrey asks, I have an Ultimate 2 Plus. Would that let me play this game? That should let me play this game on
The
my
truth is, I
C64.
have no idea.
Hmm.
Um, I just know that this is a big box of Sonic the Hedgehog, and it wasn't
Yeah,
expensive, so I bought it.
that's pretty cool. So there's people who made this for C64. There was never a game released.
No, this is recent. This is like 2019. They did this
Wow.
or something. Let's see. What does this say? Oh, it was finished in 2021,
Phew.
so it's pretty recent.
I love that. I love when people do that. 256 kilobytes is what that game is. Is that what I'm hearing
It's
right?
required for the RAM. 256
Okay.
kilobytes of RAM, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of Commodore 64 stuff. I actually have a pretty small but cool collection of Commodore 64 games. They're not actually anywhere on display or where I can easily access them, but I have a fair amount of pretty cool folios and some other stuff. But yeah, let's see. I don't need a locator there. Where the heck were we?
Mm-hmm.
These I feel like are too long here. Mm. This stuff looks impossible, but literally I remember playing it, so it's not impossible. Okay, that's weird, whatever that is. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Something like that. Okay, let me hear this. Oops. Ah, Grundislav. What's up, Francisco? How you doing, buddy? I hope to see you in person soon. I hope the at some point very soon that the game dev meetups start taking place again. I'd love to come back and do some hangs again. That was too few of them
Hmm.
happened before this damn pandemic. So Secret has the best puzzles, MI2 has the worst ones.
How do you feel about Curse of Monkey Island, Dan? Because I really like it. I think the art's really good, the
I
writing's really good.
never played Curse.
Really?
Yeah. I only played the first two.
Well, Dan's a little different, Francisco, because Dan has like been to Jamaica and LA in the past couple of weeks.
You haven't left your house in weeks? Well, I've left my house. Yeah, I was in Jamaica last week. I was in LA last week. Um,
For work, though, for work.
guess who put sliders for music, sound, and speech today on Shardlight? Ooh. I actually asked Julia for that, I believe, in her game because
Hmm.
a separate music and sound slider.
Oh,
But
la di da.
did you worked on Shardlight dual names? Because I think the music in that game is fantastic, fan-damn-tastic. Holy cow! I've played the intro on stream before because it's so good. Yeah. Oh, you ported it? Okay, that's still plenty of work, I'm sure. That's nothing to be sneezed at. Okay, so that's where we're up to, basically. And this should actually start right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to do some real work.
Ooh.
Yeah. Actual work, I should say. Make some noise. Monkey Island 2 is the bestest game ever made. I should have a copy of it here somewhere.
I have the Secret of Monkey Island hint book. I don't have the actual big
And this is the
box.
IBM version. I want to say that the
Oh.
first game I don't have. I feel like the first game I have either a Mac or an Amiga copy. I'm not
Hmm.
sure.
I bet it's really expensive. I want it.
Both Monkey Islands are pretty expensive now.
Hmm.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I'm gonna look because I want it. Because I just realized that I want it.
Yeah, be prepared to spend some cash. This is the Macintosh version that I
Oh,
have,
so good.
and it's only the box. The Mac version's probably pretty good. I wonder what.
Oh my God. No, that can't be right.
How much?
Well, this one says it's unopened, which I don't know if I believe or not.
Oh, if
Whatever.
it's sealed, it's gonna go for thousands.
Well, yeah. So this is obviously like this is not the right price then. Gonna look for the IBM PC one. So I did that thing where I looked up my last Half of Darkness disc, and of course, because they didn't have it on eBay, I'm like, this must be worth $10 million then.
Last Half of Darkness, I want to say, is not super expensive.
I couldn't even find one, so
Really?
eh, I didn't look that hard, and I'm not good at eBay.
We should check that. Oops.
I don't even see any good editions of The Secret of Monkey
Yes.
Island up here.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
What?
Here is a floppy. This is brand new for $56 from Slovenia. Skrivnost mrakni z. I can't read that. Whatever that says. Yeah, it looks like
Hmm.
there's. Oh, this is the remake, the newer version. And then what you can do also is you can go to sold. This will give you the idea of like what the items are worth or what they're going for. If
Okay.
if there's been a sold one, which it doesn't look like there has been. Yeah, doesn't look like there has been. So maybe last half of darkness is kind of tough
Hmm.
to find. I don't know. Oh, I should have shown this screen to see
Oh,
what I
I
was actually
see.
looking at.
Okay.
I was
Well, there's a
describing all of it.
Secret of Monkey Island here that's complete, and it's for $650.
That's a little pricey.
So like new.
Okay, so here's the realistic prices. The
Okay.
last one sold auctioned for $215.
Okay.
This is just the discs, $105. This sold for $500. My God. This sold for oh, this is a custom handmade. So this is what I hate. Custom handmade is homebrew, which is a counterfeit. That's just a straight up
Okay.
counterfeit.
Well, if they're using the terms where you know that it's not a real thing, it's probably not a problem.
It is a problem. It's not supposed to be on eBay, but it obviously is. They're not supposed to allow counterfeits on eBay at
Well,
all.
they're not saying that it's original though.
Yeah, but you can't remake Monkey Island without permission.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's counterfeiting, which is
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
essentially kind of what this is, but this actually doesn't exist, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. uh, this one sold new for $2,000. This one sold for $515. I can't believe this. So yeah, if you want it, you're gonna pay $500 or $600. It looks like that's absolute insanity. You're better off buying the Sega CD or the limited run version
No.
for Sega CD. I think I have a Sega CD copy actually, but I just have the CD only. So it looks like that's $35.
Hmm.
Here somebody
Maybe I
got
don't
away
want
with a
it.
steal. Yeah, it's just that's ridiculous. The prices are out of control. That's absolutely nuts. Well, I don't know about that.
Hmm.
Ro- Rosewater box, you say, Grundislav? Is that a spoiler? I hope it is. Yeah, the prices have just gone crazy on games in general. Any retro games and it's insanity. What do I have that's I have a sealed copy of a game that I don't have the game that's sold, but the let's see if I can find it on. Oh, I won't be able to find it on here. I have a sealed copy of Super Tecmo Bowl for Nintendo. I think I've even shown it off one time. And a sealed copy of Tecmo Bowl, graded, sold for $148,000 recently. I don't have that one, but I have Super Tecmo Bowl. And somebody's like, oh, that's worth a fortune. I don't know. I don't know that that's the case. Probably a lot of people have them, but you know, you have 500 floppy disks. The rarest game box I have is the AGI version. The AGI version of KQ4 is not common.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of actually frustrating. I hate to say that I wish prices dropped, but they haven't. They've just gone astronomical, if anything.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
I like this part because it does feel mysterious.
What the hell's going on there? Oh, I duplicated this? No. Okay, I gotta figure that out. Wii is considered retro. Interesting. I guess so. I do like the Wii, actually. A lot of people don't
Hmm.
like the Wii. I really like a game called Fishing Resort, which is actually not a common game. It's hard to find.
Oh,
It's made by Xseed, or published by Xseed. I'm not sure who makes it.
fishing resort
Mm-hmm.
for Wii.
For Wii, yep.
But you have it, right?
I have 2 copies, actually.
Huh.
Why, I don't know. Just to Jeffy, you have 800 PC game boxes? That's more than me by about 500. I think I only have about 300 games. Only. It's a lot of games. That's 300 PC games. I have console games too. Okay, let me get the sustain pedal thing going on.
Well, what's this? That's a new shape.
What's that?
What is the square stuff?
Oh,
The
this is
crenellations.
the yeah, it's referring to the sustain pedal.
Cool.
So where the sustain pedal is depressed or not. So I'm just looking at different lanes of automation or recording, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I think that's going to be the end, and then it'll repeat at that point. So it'll sound something like this. Maybe not right there. Maybe a little bit after that. No, it should be right there. And that shouldn't be there. 2, 3, 4. So we're going to shorten this intro. Right now we're going to shorten it by half, cut it in half, and it's going to sound like this. Okay, so it should sound like this. I think that's good.
I love this. This is very cozy mystery.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play the left hand and figure out what the left hand part is. Okay, it's pretty close to that. I remember burning MP3 CDs of music from that. What about mix CDs? Didn't you do mix CDs, Grundislav?
I did tape. I did tape, cassette tapes because I'm
Mixtapes?
old too. Yep.
I'm older. I think I'm older than Francisco too, by significant. Because if you're saying you remember CDs being old, then yeah, I remember tapes too, and dubbing tapes, and recording to tape.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you don't even own a CD DVD player. I own several. Maybe. Well, how many computers do I have? A lot.
I still have like a CD man, and I still have like a Walkman for cassette tapes, and I've got like an external CD player for my computer too, if I really want to.
Nice. I used to do
Yes.
mixtapes. Yeah. I mean that was the shit. Still is, but nobody does it. Now it's a
Maybe we'll
Spotify
do a tape.
playlist.
Maybe we'll do a cassette,
That's
Dan,
true.
right?
We have been thinking and considering doing a cassette release for the soundtrack. So, ooh, what song by Genesis? I got to see them live a number of years ago at the Hollywood Bowl in LA. Great venue. Great venue. You taped over it? Oh, no. So you had to put tape over the little protectors to tape over a commercial tape.
Yeah, Granislav, I did that too. I taped like PC games music that I liked by
Oh, that's
putting
cool.
my recorder over the speaker too. We
That's
were all
pretty
the same
cool.
cool kids.
Yes, cool. I'm not sure that was the word they used back then.
No.
So it's E flat minor. Dual names, yep, I agree with that. Electronic Arts was a phenomenal company. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Nope. Okay. What is going on here? Okay, let's see if I can get that. Okay, there it is. All right, so that should be roughly this section. Oops, I don't want to do that. Okay. So this needs to go here. Okay, so it slows down a little bit there, but I don't know if I really want it to. What I need to do maybe is something different there. What is that? What the heck do I play there? Whoops. Oh, that's what it is. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. That's what it should be. Okay. No, it can't be that. So let's see. That's what it should be. Perfecto. Okay, let's see how that loops. Let's see how that loops. Whoops. That sounded screwed up. Why? What did I do here? There we go. I think that works.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a listen from the very top.
Yes.
And
Yes.
see what happens.
Yes.
Oh, should we switch it to MT32 mode or should we listen to it like this?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's hear it like this first.
Hear it like this first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we can compare.
Let me get rid of the loop. Well, it's not going to be a fair comparison there, I'll tell you that much. Oh no. We froze.
Uh-oh.
Did we lock up? We could have locked up. Oh no.
Did we lose anything? Oh God.
I don't think so. The only thing we might have lost is that edit that I just did, but that's not really much of a loss.
Mm.
Yeah, that's looks like that's toast. Yeah, report the problem to Microsoft and then do nothing about it,
Mm-hmm.
because that's exactly what you're going to do. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. You'll need to reboot your computer to run Pro Tools again. Figures. Okay, so I'll restart that machine. So, anyway, what's up?
Hi.
My new computer has tons of memory. My computer does have a lot of memory, so it shouldn't be locking up.
Mm.
I think it has 64 gigs. I wanted to get 128, but I never. It was just too expensive. I think it was about 300 or 400 bucks for every 64 gigs. Yep. Dual names. Yep. Yep. That's all it takes to just crack the machine in half.
That's so weird. Music's always way heavier than art, though, especially with what we're doing. That's why I kind of didn't want too many musical tracks in the game too early on because I just back everything up and like the music takes up most of the space.
So let's see what dual names is talking about. I'll show you exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, so you're gonna crash it on purpose now?
No, it won't crash, but it'll just eat dirt. And it's the reason is because it's not related to the memory. It uses single thread processing for this stuff. So it's based on how fast your single core CPU is, which mine is oh, I don't want to display this cuz it displays sensitive information, but oh wait. Well, I can't I? Cuz you're not looking at it at the moment. About this is a 3.6 gig 10850K CPU, which is not the most recent, but it's pretty powerful still. I think it turbos up to 5 gigahertz or something like that. Let me go back to composing view. Open. Whoops.
Hey, DJ John 125.
Hey, save DJ John 125.
Yeah.
I just saw him tonight. And where are we? Ragtime intro, session file backups. 1109. Well, I'm just about as good as the last time I saw you, so still pretty good. Okay, I think this ends exactly how it's supposed to. So let's do this. I think this is all correct. So let's listen to it now. Oh, and let's save this. Perfecto.
Yep. Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. Excellent.
That loops perfectly. So
Fantastic.
now we need to hear what it actually is going to sound like. And it's actually going to sound like this. And then
Ah,
it loops there.
yes.
Just want to fix one thing. Perfect. Boom. And that's it. And then it'll loop back to the top. Nice. I'm pretty happy with that, I would say.
Yes.
Okay, let's save this. As DJ John tells me all the time at school,
Yes.
save, save. Okay, it's saved. Looks like we're good to go. The only thing I need to do now is record this from one computer to the next, which I don't think I can do while I'm on stream, but I'll do that. and get it sent over, and you can put that into the game.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
3-ish
Ah,
minutes, however long it is.
it's gonna like triple the size of the game, but I don't care. It's fine.
Well, the OGG files take it pretty far down,
Hmm.
so it should only be like 2 or 3 megabytes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. As
Oh
an
my God. All
OGG
right.
file,
All right.
I think so. I have to convert it, but
Uh,
well, I got to get the
there's
file done first. But as I
there's a
remember,
question about workflow too in the chat. You said you were gonna
oh yeah,
answer.
dual names. Well, so normally I might do it like that. Usually though, I just try to play everything in and then work that way. Um, because I can play. I mean, I've had a lot of years experience as a piano player, so I can play most of what I need to play, or fake play most of what I need to play. So in this case, it's a lot easier because it's just going to be MT32 instruments. So I can play like little accompaniment parts at one point. I can play melodies at another point. This particular song is only going to be a ragtime piano piece, so there's not really any other instrumentation for this one. Um, but if we look at something like, well, even the Halloween, we should actually take a
Mm-hmm.
look at the Halloween. That I think that is a really good example of. Can't I not play the thing on Twitter?
You should be able to. No?
How am I going to find it though?
Um,
That tweet.
I don't know. I've got it bookmarked on mine. Hold on. I could.
I like how Mega Hammer is the first person that comes up.
Okay, hold on. I can probably just message you the tweet or something
That would
because
be
I've got it
cool.
bookmarked. Okay, give me a second.
That would be cool.
Boo, boo, boo. Uh, okay, this one. Oh, wait, that's not
Yeah, the arpeggio bridge thing is kind of cool, right?
that's not what I wanted. Go back. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. It makes it feel like cozier and mysterier.
Hey,
Hold on.
did I just saw a Dr. Mikachu emote in there? Is Dr. Mikachu here too? I hope so.
Dan, I'm
Is
gonna
that right?
message you.
Did you message it to me?
No, not yet. I'm about to. I have to open up
Oh,
Facebook
Blaholtzen
messaging.
found it.
Beat me?
Yep.
Oh my God. All right, you win.
The only problem is I have to message it to myself still because it's on a different computer, which I can't share with everybody else. Let's see. My hack is to just put it as a message to myself on Facebook. So I message myself on Facebook and then
Choose me.
it works that way. Oops, wrong computer. Okay. Okay, there we go. We want it to be full screen. We don't want it to start yet. And we want to go here. And we'll shut off all of us so we can watch
Cool.
this. Anyway, that's the loop of that. Got a lot of views. 2,700 views. That's pretty good.
Nice.
I like that one. I'm a particular fan of it.
Are you? Awesome. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
I like that little thing. Edenway says play when time goes by. You mean as time goes by? How's that go? Isn't that the beginning of Warner Brothers? Da, 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 da. Something like that.
Well, they can't see you playing, and they can't see you. Or they
Oh
can't
yeah,
see me. They
they can't see anything, can they?
so they could you could have just been playing that for all we know. Oh, there we go.
Well, I love Casablanca with all my heart. we'll
Well, that's
probably
gonna get a
we'll
copyright
probably get a
going.
copyright strike for that. A
Thanks for
copyright
that.
claim, not a
Appreciate
strike.
it.
Not a strike, just a
No,
claim.
no, just a claim.
They don't want us to play as time goes by. Oh
No,
well,
they're
it is
definitely
what it
not.
is. It's a big money maker for them. Okay, well I think we're in a great position. Whoops. I'm gonna jump us back to this view. I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna go to see who it is that is online that we should rate up.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, Skin Teen is playing something. Try it Tuesday. Sifu. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I've seen that mentioned on Twitter, but I have no idea what it is.
Okay. Kilgore Trout is playing Commander Blood, which is a bizarro adventure game.
Huh.
Middle Age Stream is saying Corn Stream. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. He got COVID, so he's
Oh.
streaming from home because his whole family got sick.
Oh my
Yep,
gosh.
I
Corn
saw that.
stream?
Yep, Corn Stream. Renaissance is doing Axiom Verge. Taco Adventure. You out of here, Deluxe Tux?
Good night, Deluxe Tux. Thanks for coming.
Is as time goes
Oh my
by
god,
not
my
public
arm
domain yet?
disappeared.
Yeah, I don't think it is public domain, but it could be. Just play when time goes by, right? Yep, take it easy, Deluxe Tux. Who should we rate up? Any suggestions?
This is the best part of you streaming is I don't have to decide this. That's the best part.
No, you certainly don't.
So
And
that's awesome.
I actually like I like kind of picking out somebody. Oh, let's see. As always, we got to see if somebody's streaming the Crimson Diamond. The last person to stream it 4 hours ago was a Maple Mystery.
Yep.
So that makes sense. That checks out. Let's see. And I am currently live streaming the Crimson Diamond. Great. We
Ooh.
can't rate us. That's not going to work.
Have a great night, Belkun. Thanks for coming. Good luck with your restoration.
Let's see. What other games do I want to see played right now? Well, what was the game Monkey Island? Let's see if anybody's playing Monkey Island. Oh, 2 people. GXP Streams is playing Monkey Island 2 Special Edition. Let's see if this one's English. Yep. And oh no, they're not streaming for charity now. So that's Monkey Island is a possibility. How about since Dual Names is here, what about Primordia or somebody just streamed Primordia 2 days ago. What was the other game? Strangeland. Is anybody streaming Strangeland? Somebody did 4 days ago.
Cool.
Life is Strange. No, that's not the same game. Thanks. Yeah, dual names. Great meeting you. I'll find you on Twitter and follow you there because I'm definitely a fan of the games, and I got to get Strangeland. I don't believe I own it yet, unless I bought it and haven't played it, which is also possible.
Very, very, very possible. Edenworth, have a great night too.
Oh, and Taco is playing Lost Horizon. I don't know. I kind of feel like Kilgore Trout might be the guy to go to because he's playing an adventure game. Unless anyone
Cool.
else has any other suggestions of where we should go. My Twitter handle is Dan the Band. That was
Yeah,
the
it should
one.
be cool.
That was the
Oh,
one I
sorry.
actually got.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's hit up Kilgore Trout if I can even spell his name. I'll try. Raid Kilgore Trout. Boom, that worked. All right.
Oh my gosh, that is hard. That's like a
Yeah,
zero in
there's
there and
two
everything.
zeros.
Oh geez. Well done.
Yeah, I'm impressed that I even got to manage to type that.